Is Crypto.com safe or not? If you're a bullish CRO investor like me, you probably wondered how Crypto.com stacks up against its competitors from a security and insurance perspective. In this video, we'll go over Crypto.com's safety procedures when it comes to preventing hacking, theft, and fraud. We'll also try to find out what would happen to your funds if Crypto.com was to go the route of FTX or Celsius and shut down as a result of financial mismanagement. To make things easier to understand, I will divide the video into 3 segments: individual app security, overall asset security, and wallet insurance. But before the video starts, I'd just like to quickly thank you guys for the support on my last video. Some of you left some really nice comments, and it seems that Crypto.com is very much an area of interest in the crypto YouTube space. I've decided to push out a lot more Crypto.com and Cronos content moving forward, so if you want more of that, please feel free to leave me some feedback on this video and perhaps even subscribe to the channel, if you want to, that is. And as always, keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor or security expert, so take everything I say with a grain of salt and remember that this video is not financial or security advice. That being said, let's get right into the first aspect of Crypto.com security, namely the security features for individual users of the Crypto.com app. And this segment I can actually keep rather short. It's safe to say that Crypto.com has applied pretty much every security feature possible for individual users. You have multi-factor authentication, making a withdrawal requires both password, SMS code, and 2FA code. You need to whitelist external withdrawal addresses, and their customer support is available 24/7 in case you do fall victim to something. The only way I could see individual accounts getting hacked is someone robbing you at gunpoint and forcing you to make transactions straight from your phone. Either that or maybe identity theft, which would still be pretty unlikely considering all of the layers you need to go through. What's far more likely is that Crypto.com as a company is exposed to a hacker, fraudster, or insider. And that brings me to the next segment of this video. How does Crypto.com protect themselves and their entire user base's assets from these threats? Well, to begin with, Crypto.com claim on their website that they follow the principle of least privilege. This means that their employees only have access to the information and systems they absolutely need to complete their everyday work tasks. So an accountant, for example, should not have access to customers' wallet information, and a customer service employee should not have access to the company's live balance sheet. Now, as someone who has worked in the banking industry for several years at this point, I can tell you that this would be expected from any serious financial institution. I think it's pretty standard for any company with more than 100 employees. But I suppose it's better to know that they're doing it than vice versa. It goes to show that they have internal safety procedures and not just external ones. The most interesting part about Crypto.com asset security, however, is probably their one-to-one asset backing policy. On their website, Crypto.com make it clear that they are holding an amount of crypto corresponding to the amount of crypto their users have on their platform. This is where Celsius network messed up, for example, because they lended out so much cryptocurrency that they didn't have the collected value of their users' assets backed up. And Crypto.com even has a way to verify this through a proof of reserves protocol. They've also been audited by Mazars Group, I'm sorry, English is not my first language, to confirm the availability and backing of their customers' balances. You can also view Crypto.com's $3 billion portfolio in real time through a website called nansen.ai, which is pretty cool. On top of that, they are verified with pretty much every major security and compliance certification in the book, and their CISO, Jason Lau, has a quite well-established background in the security space. He's a member of several top-level security organizations and has previously worked for Microsoft. Overall, my view of the safety and security of Crypto.com as a platform is that it seems very serious. Another fun aspect is that they have a hacker bug bounty, meaning that if you find any security slip-ups in the Crypto.com infrastructure, you can report it through a website called HackerOne and actually get paid for doing that before it's exploited. I know a lot of companies does this, but I think it's cool that Crypto.com are so transparent with it. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, how does insurance work with Crypto.com? What would happen if they went the same route as FTX or Celsius Network and went into bankruptcy, taking all their users' assets with them? Not to mention what would happen if there, despite all the security procedures, was a successful hacker attack. And to be honest, the information I found on this is contradicting. On one hand, they say on their customer support page that they have a $100 million direct insurance policy. That maybe doesn't seem like a lot compared to the $3 billion they are managing, but I suppose it's far better than nothing in case an incident would happen. It's also interesting that they mention cold wallets in this article, as previously I know they've been very open with the fact that they store their users' assets on cold wallets and try to insure those in case of physical damage or theft. However, it's hard to tell if this is still the case, as they don't explain this in detail anywhere on their website as far as I can tell. On the other hand, I found an article from 2021 saying that they signed one of the industry's largest insurances at $750 million. That is for their cold storage assets in case of physical damage and theft. Now, the article on their customer support page saying $100 million was updated only 1 week ago, so I'm going to say that this is the correct number. And that would make more sense because insurance is expensive, and I suppose that Crypto.com has cut down on it since the crypto market is worth a lot less today than it was in 2021. I also checked out what goes for fiat wallets, since reasonably they should go under FDIC insurance, meaning that your fiat wallet balance is insured up to $250,000 in case the custodian runs out of business. And this is indeed the case for US citizens. I cannot however confirm it for Euro wallets. EU countries has a similar policy with insurance for up to 100,000 euros, but it's confusing when it comes to Crypto.com because they claim to be using a virtual asset provider, which might not actually be the same thing as a bank account. Nevertheless, I doubt anyone keeps their savings on a Crypto.com fiat wallet, so this is probably not that relevant for most people. Overall, it seems Crypto.com does have insurance for up to $100 million in case of an incident, but it would be nice with some more transparency in this area. I cannot, based on their public information, fully answer what would happen if Crypto.com ran out of business or was a victim of a major fraud or hacking incident. That being said, I don't personally find that a major cause for concern. I follow the principle that crypto assets are pretty much always safer on cold storages than on exchanges, and I believe most serious crypto investors do that as well. On top of that, I think Crypto.com's one-to-one backing policy could be considered a type of insurance in itself, and if I was to have some major holdings on an exchange, I still think Crypto.com would be one of the safer options out there. They have serious people working on it, get regular external audits done, and have all of the major cybersecurity certifications in place, alongside some basic level of insurance. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or feedback, I'd love to hear it, so please do leave me a comment. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Until then, have a good one.